Sorry, hon. Did I hijack that? I wasn't sure if I was supposed to start.
You actually timed it perfectly, because as I started, you actually spoke, so it was well timed.
Okay, very nice. Well, anyway, I'm getting used to it. You see, because I've been doing the solo commentary for a while now, so I was like, nobody's talking. But anyway, obviously I'm not alone. Johan is back. He has returned. A lot of people asking for your return in the comment section in the last few weeks. They miss their more usual voice.
Okay, thank you. Well, nice to be back. Yeah, a bit of internet issues. Had to change internet. Unfortunately, no downtime that comes with it. And last week I actually would have made it back last week, but there was an issue with a license. As you know, it's like when you game share. And one of the guys I share with actually is a racer, and I didn't want to go in right and qualifying or at free practice, and then now all of a sudden just log into his profile and quickly do the relevant. So I just gave it a skip. But yeah, nice to be back. At least a race or two before this season comes to an end. Of course, round 9 already. Hungary.
Yeah, we're at round 9. See the business end of the season. Almost at the end of season 1. Yeah, and it's been a good one. I mean, we've seen some guys, a lot of guys improve over the season. You know, from that first, second, third race, there's got a lot of guys now showing.
Driving on board with one who actually made a huge improvement. He changed his car after round 1, and since then he just kept on moving forward.
One of also the car changes was obviously Gavin. He started in a Honda?
That's correct.
He started in a Honda, and it was just a disaster race, but not really based on pace. It was just there were penalties and all sorts of things. So obviously the rule is you can change the car, but you lose your points. So since he had no points, he decided to change the manufacturer, and it was the best thing he ever did.
And since then he just kept on going, and I mean, just before this qualifying session he was the fastest in free practice. Not by much, but still he was the fastest.
So he seems to really have a great understanding of the Bentley. As I say that, we're getting our first times now. Nick Leon takes provisional pole for the time being, a 145.2, followed by the D-Man, Chen, and Walnut Canoe. Gavin goes
second. Look at that gap, not much.
7 hundredths of a second. So it's really not much, and obviously this is very beginning of proceedings. We're only going to see these times come down, or at least I presume. 4 Ferraris in the field today. Back to just the one Porsche.
At one stage it was like 6 Ferraris. A couple of guys dropping out through the season.
Just the one Porsche. Last week we had
Hey, that's not a Porsche. That is one crazy souped up Beetle.
Last week we had a record number of Porsches, I'd say, since round 1. We had, I think it was 3? No, we had 3 Porsches. So,
yeah, well, early days it was
today.
2. Early days we had obviously the 2 Porsches. And of course one of those left and never returned. But
Chen, currently 5th with that initial lap that he did. 1.4, call it 1.5 seconds off the pace. It's quite a gap between Chen and the top 4. Top 4 covered by 0.4 of a second, top 2 covered by 0.07 of a second. Then Chen just a second adrift there, so obviously doing a second lap now. Looking to close that. D-Man has gone top, a 144.799.
Opening that gap, much a bigger gap now. Chen still 5th, no improvement there.
Chen does not improve, he stays 5th. Tebs, top performing Ferrari driver as he was last week, currently 4th.
Yes, it must be mentioned because I think this is my first race that I see him, because he joined us like midway, just before midway. B Racing, that actually makes it 3 Bentleys. Of course Nismac's not in tonight, that is the third Bentley. After we started with just the one Bentley Nismax, now we actually have three in the setup.
The night B Racing made his debut. I made my debut as a solo commentator, so I've commentated on his entire SSR career. I feel very smart. But yeah,
all 3-4 races of him?
He is the third Bentley. You see, we don't have one of those Bentley. Tonight. We have one of those Bentleys are missing, so no Nismax tonight. One of the quicker drivers on the grid should open up the door to the likes of Kuda. We know he's quick. He has not done a lap time yet. He's sitting in the pits.
Kuda's on his way out. Tina is in the pits. Here comes Kuda right now, the final corner.
On track. I selected the wrong Audi. He goes around it. Let's see.
Hey,
good enough for third.
Yeah, I know.
Look at that.
Because you need to keep in mind there's the yellow one and the green one. Of course, yellow one has a T9. Demon so back in the pits as well, next to him there.
Top five covered by 7.5 tenths.
But look at that gap between Nick Leon and Demon. Nick Leon is in the mood for this.
Chen has not improved in position, but he has definitely brought that time down.
Definitely, much closer now.
Below the second mark now. Leon currently second. He is in the pits, as is D-Man in currently provisional pole. Third place man out on track, that's Kuda. Fourth place man in the Bentley. Got a great race last week. That's actually the position he finished. He finished fourth after a very busy race with another absentee this week. Not Sebastian.
Unfortunately not here because of work commitments. Always sad when that happens, but life is life. You need to do what job requires. After all, that's what pays for you buying the games. And good evening to Anthony.
I was just about to say good evening there to they're in the comment section. If you enjoy the race, if you enjoy the commentary. We can't say anything out of line, but this is right. We're not even talking about the YouTube stream. This is apparently recorded now to some PlayStation server for some reason, somewhere. That's fantastic. Love it. So, Gavin's still fourth. With Nick Leon, he's brought that time down. Look at the top three.
Well, Kuda actually is in first place at the moment. He actually went faster than Demon.
Tenth of a second between the top three.
You said the time's going to come down, and actually decided to come down quicker than what we anticipated, and it's already becoming a battle in front.
10 minutes remaining. How much more will the lap times drop? Another couple of tenths, or are we going to see something crazy? Gavin, he has been out on track for a while, so looks like he's doing just doing a long run, multiple laps. Seb still fit.
Yeah, his teammate also one of those who fell out along the way.
Chen I think just getting a lot of grass there.
77. Some of the guys started strong, and then as the season progressed, they just all dropped off.
B Racing currently 7. One of the newer drivers in SSR.
Of course, it's also about getting used to this.
I've tested that Bentley, and yeah, he drives it very well.
I don't mind the Bentley. I don't mind the Bentley, to be honest.
I haven't tested.
But it comes to personal preference, because I also don't. I'm not too keen on the Porsche though.
I don't like that at all. The testing I have done, I'm definitely quickest in the Ferrari.
See, it comes to personal preference. I honestly, personally, I like the Audi.
I mean, it's quite
And then of course for Bentley.
quite a step actually, because the track I've done the most laps of on this game is obviously Kyle Army, and if you look at
Oh wow, Gaffby got himself in second place. Oh wow, you couldn't ask for a much closer battle. Look at that gap between the top three.
below a tenth.
That is awesome, and Nick Leon is still also, he's not far off. But then between the four of them to fifth, there's almost a second gap.
I think obviously in this game we've got the car performance is obviously dependent on the track, and it's dependent on how the driver really clicks with that car.
And on that track as well, yes, because also some tracks brings more confidence.
I mean, going around Kyle Army, my Ferrari time and my Bentley time, there's no way they should be that far apart, but they're 1.2 seconds apart. So, yeah, I just don't click with that car.
See, because I hear you, because you feel more confident with certain cars, and of course, some guys feel more confident on other tracks.
Man not willing to test for any other brand. Currently in 10th. I think he's one of the only. I think he's the only Porsche driver to stick with Porsche since round 1, and one of the only drivers to absolutely stick to a brand right from the beginning. I think there's a few of them, but not a lot. I think a lot of guys started with something, and if you go back to round 1, there were 2 manufacturers that were the most popular cars, and they were Ferrari.
By far Ferrari. And yeah, and you had several Porsches.
It was
6 Ferraris.
6 and 4, 6 and 5.
Yeah, it was something like that.
And all those Porsches have since, those drivers have all changed manufacturer, obviously.
Or disappeared completely.
Or disappeared. Springbok Gamer, currently 7th. Also getting quite a itch for this game. Doing a lot of time. Every time you come online, you see him. He's on the Acerto Corsa Competition. He's practicing away, so he's had a lot of track time, and it's led to some pretty consistent performances throughout the season. Always in the top 10.
He's doing now what he used to do with F1, so the effort he put in F1 he now became here. But that's the same with Gaffbeek as well. A lot better year than on F1, and he's been previous championship winner in TNB on Friday. So it just shows you how many guys got interested in ACC. A lot of guys were not even that interested in project cars, but for some reason ACC and the guys just clicked.
For this game, it's obviously it is going to expand a little further when we get that British pack.
And Deb's also not far off from those guys now. Top 5 now, very close.
Apparently we're getting all the tracks from the British GT4 calendar.
Oh wow.
So we're going to get a whole bunch of British tracks.
And Monday nights is GT4, it's the GT4 league here at SSR.
Yeah, that's right. No stream on the Monday night. Nothing's been organized for that, but that is a full
not
grid.
as yet.
The guys really show up for that one. A popular event. See, they had their round 1.
Yeah, so GT4 is on Mondays, and then the GT3 is on Thursday nights.
That's right. Who knows, season 2 could have a whole bunch of British tracks. Kudas on provisional pole. He's taken that. That's a 1:44.5.
And just over 4 minutes to go.
Leads Gaffbeek by a tenth and a half.
But that gap was much smaller a little while ago, so just got that extra bit of time out of it, so could have feeling real confident.
Seb's really doing a great job in the Ferrari.
But Deb's also enjoying this track.
Just 0.2 of a second off the pace there. That's really nothing. Could just be a breaking point. 2/10 is really nothing, especially in these GT3 cars. Losing a tenth or two is really comes down to the smallest little thing. Gavin in second, and that's what he's looking for. He's looking for the smallest little thing. He needs 2/10 basically to get himself into pole position.
It's literally not much.
3 minutes remaining on the clock. Just a reminder to anyone who is watching. Seems we've got 6 viewers there on the stream. So when this clock hits 0, there is a 99% chance we are going to get disconnected. So we will obviously come right back into the race, and they do a full formation lap, so we'll have enough time to get back in here before the start of the race. But remember, just if you're on YouTube, just hit that refresh button, keep on going back to the midweek racing page until you see the stream, but we'll be back up in 2 or 3 minutes. But still 2.5 minutes remaining. Gavin's still out on circuit. Haven't really seen him in the pits. Has this been one long run, or?
No, he has been in the pits. But he's actually using the time wisely. Instead of sitting in the pits, he's actually getting laps under his belt.
Getting a last minute practice in. Get some time around the circuit. Goes around. Let's see if he's able to improve on that time. He does. He improves. Look at that. He goes pole. Provisional pole.
Provisional pole.
Just under 2 minutes remaining. 0.05 of a second is the gap. Kuda's not going to be able to do anything about that because he's in the pits. And yeah, minute and a half. So the only one really that can do anything, well, I don't want to say the only one. Teb's just 3/10 off, but he's also in the pits. Nick Leon 3/10 off, he's out on track. D-Man 2/10 off, he's out on track. Chen just under a second off, he's still out on track, looking to close that gap, bring himself into the top 5. E-Racing also just looking for a last lap improvement.
A lot of guys sitting in the pits now, so they're not going to really go out. So it's all happening in front, but Kuda's in the pits, so I don't think he's going to be able to get out there and have enough time to do a lap.
He's got 5 guys out on track. Got the man who's on provisional pole, he's out on track. Don't know if he's got a little more, if he can improve even more. D-Man, he's in 3rd, going around the last corner. He's a little wider than he would have liked. Does he improve? No, he does not. Gap remains the same. Still 40 seconds. Got over that line, so he can set another lap. Where is Nick Leon? Nick Leon is in sector 2. Trying to improve. He's 3/10 off that provisional pole. Not much in it. E-Man did get over the line. He's going to get one final run at it in the Lexus. Currently 2/10 off the pace. For the time being. See Gavin,
really
he goes over the line. Does he improve? No, he does not. That time remains the same. A 1:44.529.
Should be able to do one more lap.
Pole.
But yeah, Kuda's in the pits.
D-Man.
So can D-Man? No, D-Man's in the pits. Can Nick Leon do something? He's coming around. Oh, he runs wide. Silvers is not going to be a good up. So that means Gavin will have pole. I don't see Nick Leon improving here. Not running a bit widely.
He was 3/10 off the pace, and he does improve. He goes
third.
Wow, and, that's under a 10th. That's under a 10th.
Yeah, you can ask yourself, if he didn't run wide there, what would have happened?
So the only one that can improve, but will he pull off the circuit, or will he go for one more lap? Gavin's still out on track. Doesn't seem to be slowing down. So we got that maximum wait time
looks like
counter,
he's still on it.
He can keep going around so long as he finishes his lap within that timer, which should not be a problem. See if he goes even quicker. Probably
he's now in the last sector. No, he's got enough time to finish this lap.
Probably everyone telling him to quit, and he's just ignoring.
Can you blame him?
If
He's in the
there is
groove.
if there is even a party chat.
True that, because nobody wants to be in party chats tonight by the looks of it.
That goes around the final corner. Is he going to improve? Let's see that time currently at 1:44.529. Does it come down? Goes over the line.
Yes, he did improve his time.
1:44.3.
So even if Kuda went quicker, well, Nick Leon went quicker, if he didn't run wide, Gathpick always had him covered. Well done.
See, as you can see, we've lost a whole bunch of data from our screens.
Yeah, this means
I've already left the. I'll be getting back into the game now, and we're gonna have to.
Same, yeah.
Basically, we don't end the stream. The stream basically automatically ends itself.
Correct.
So, but hit refresh, and we'll be back.
Yeah, just bear with us. So we restart the whole show. Once we're back into our session, just bear with us. We'll be back just now.